Let me ask you something, and I want you to be brutally honest. When you see US warships deployed, bounties placed on foreign leaders, and talk of maximum pressure campaigns, does it take you back to the recent deadly world history? If you ask me, what we are witnessing with Trump's approach to Venezuela is essentially quite similar to Bush's Iraq move, just updated for 2025. Think about it. Bush had his weapons of mass destruction. Trump has his narco-terrorism narrative. Both administrations have painted foreign leaders as existential threats requiring military intervention. Saddam was the tyrant, threatening regional stability. Now, Maduro is the drug lord, flooding America with fentanyl as per US administration. The rhetoric is different, but the strategy is identical. Demonize, isolate, then justify intervention. Just like Iraq, there's that nagging question about what this really is about. Sure, Trump administration talks about combating drug cartels, but let's be honest, Venezuela sits on 303 billion barrels of oil, representing 17% of the world's reserve. That's not just significant, that's geopolitically transformative. Yet Venezuela produces only 0.8% of global oil output. Do you see the opportunity here? Well, Trump sees it. Well, the timing is suspicious too. While Trump deploys destroyers and submarines near Venezuelan waters, he's simultaneously extending Chevron's operating license in the country. If this was truly about drugs, why keep American oil companies in the game? The answer is simple. This is about ensuring American, not Chinese or Russian control over one of the world's largest oil reserves. Speaking of China, they have poured $67 billion into Venezuela since 2007. Making them Caucasus' most important creditor. Beijing sees Venezuela as an all-weather strategic partner. They are not backing down from Trump's tariff threats. This isn't just about Venezuela. It's about preventing China from controlling a crucial energy checkpoint in America's backyard. Now the biggest question, is Maduro the new Saddam for this Republican president? The parallels are striking, but also revealing. Both leaders have been branded as threat to regional stability. Both faced massive bounties on their heads. In fact, Trump doubled the reward for Maduro to $50 million. And both have been accused of supporting terrorism. But here's where the difference lies. Unlike Saddam's Iraq, Maduro's Venezuela emerged from a democratic elections. However flawed you may say, but one thing is for sure. He's not a dictator, he's people's choice. Well, the real genius of comparison isn't in the leaders themselves, but in how American administration uses these figures as justification for intervention. Saddam became the poster boy for regime change. Maduro is being positioned similarly. The narrative is always the same. Humanitarian concerns mixed with security threats, all while resource interests lurk beneath the surface. What we are seeing right now is a classic case of manufactured crisis. Deploy military assets, racket up rhetoric about threats to American security, then present intervention as the only viable solution. It worked in Iran until it didn't. The question is whether the American people will recognize this playbook before it's too late. What we are also witnessing is the laden doctrine in action. The neoconservative principle that every 10 years or so, the United States needs to pick up some little country and throw it against the wall, just to show the world we mean business. Iraq was Bush's demonstration. Venezuela appears to be Trump's. The question isn't whether this is about drugs or oil. Well, why sugarcoat? It's obviously about oil and geopolitical dominance. The question is whether the American people will fall for the same manufactured crisis twice. Because if they do, they are not just complicit in another devastating intervention. They are proving that they have learned absolutely nothing from the trillion-dollar catastrophe that was Iraq.